guys, so today I have another brand review. I think I'm trying to put out at least, like one a month. It's coming to. Last month was Osea. I forget what the month before was that, but I've got a couple others lined up for continuing months. I've got a couple brands that I'm working on doing like close to full line reviews, if not full line reviews. But today's full line review is on the Bella Aura products. So I've been trying these products. I think I first received a few of them, most of them in December-ish, and I played around with those, and then I received the last two sometime in April. I think it was early April, and then I've been playing with those through April and May. So I've been using these products anywhere between 2 and 6 months, depending on which ones they are, and I'm finally really excited to bring you this review. Actually, I talked about this in another video. I think it was one of my current skincare video, where I talked about the cleanser, which has become like one of my favorite cleansers, but we'll get into that. I talked about how I didn't really know about the brand at first, and sometimes that happens for me. Like I feel like I might have sort of offended the brand, which, I'm a pretty honest person, and I don't censor myself. I say what's on my mind and I say what I mean, because I want to be, the most authentic and give you guys my actual opinions. And I mean, it's true. There's a lot of brands that sometimes initially I don't either get a good vibe from, or get a good feeling from, or feel like those products probably won't work for me, or maybe I look at the ingredients and I think that they don't seem all that great or something like that. Like an example is the Au Naturel products. Let's talk about that for a minute, because I was not interested in them at all in their old packaging. I knew that they had, a vegan, it was entirely vegan line, there was no dye, it was all the same. They have released a couple of new products since then, but they totally revamped the packaging and all that. And sometimes it's even that simple. Sometimes it's just packaging where the packaging doesn't speak to me. I am pretty partial to certain kinds of packaging, like anything in frosted glass, makes my heart skip a beat. Bamboo I'm also really attracted to. So yeah, there is certain packaging, a certain packaging look that I'm attracted to, and that was sort of the case with Au Naturel. I was not interested at all in their silver packaging, never tried anything from them until they rebranded and the new packaging came out. It's all the same stuff, it's just different packaging. So sometimes initially I'm not attracted to a brand for whatever reason, and that is the case with Bella Aura. I don't know what it was exactly about it that I wasn't initially like excited about or attracted to them. I just had no real desire to try any of their stuff, even though I'd seen a lot of green beauty bloggers talk about them. There's a lot of, maybe there wasn't so much a year ago or so, or I don't know, but there's a lot of beauty bloggers talking about them now, and I was a little bit hesitant when they reached out to me and like asked if you wanted to try them, and I thought about it for a little while and I was like, all right, you know what, I should just give them a try because I may really like them. You never know. So this was a case of, I'm talking a long time about this because I just did want to clarify that comment that I made. Sometimes I'm not initially attracted to a brand, and that's not, anything bad on the brand's part. It's just sometimes it just doesn't speak to me right away. And then, sometimes I'm wrong, which in this case I was. So I did just want to comment on that. I don't want to go into that too much because I do have 5 pages of notes for Bella Aura. There's a lot of information about them, and I want to give you the best review that I can. So like I said, I've been playing around with these products for the last 2 to 6 months. And also, like I said, they have 5 different products. They've got a cleanser, a day and a night moisturizer, an eye serum or emulsion. They're not serums and they're not creams. And then an antioxidant serum. So here's the 4, I want to call them serums, but they're emulsions. So the 4 emulsions and then the cleanser. So I do also want to make a quick comparison because I have tried a line that has similar sort of viewpoints as Bella Aura does. Bella Aura is focused on reverse aging, not so much reversing aging, but like well aging. It focuses on things like reducing fine lines, plumping them, filling them, and Antioxidant Boost is another like real selling point of the Bella Aura products, is like everything is pumped full of antioxidants. Pollution, stress, daily life stress, there's a lot of things that they focus on that they want to get on your face in the skincare, what they focus on. They're based on Swiss skincare technology and Asian skincare with an emphasis on the less is more approach. And that's really similar to the Iuna line, which also has a less is more approach. I don't know, I should have found out. I don't exactly know how long Bella Aura has been around. I know it's been around longer than Iuna, because I only started hearing about Iuna in the last couple of years, but they both are very similar but very different at the same time. They both have a core set of products that is the entire line meant to be used together to get maximum results. The whole premise behind each brand is that you don't need 100 different steps for your skin to look amazing. It needs a few things. They're both science-based skincare, which I almost have a feeling we might start seeing more of, which is a good thing, because they both work amazingly well. And they both have that sort of less is more approach where you don't need a bunch of other things. You've got these 5 set of products that's meant to work together. They work synergistically together, and they work amazingly well. So then, like I was saying, they are emulsions of creams and serums, and they're designed to boost the microcirculation in the skin and prop up the metabolism with the most powerful antioxidants. So like I said again, antioxidants is a huge focus in this skincare line. I don't think antioxidants was such a huge focus in Iuna, but it was the same sort of focus with less is more, where they have 4 products that work really well together and you don't need anything outside of that. And I can link the review I did for Iuna down below. This is another one I think that if you're focusing more on anti-aging or well-aging or whatever you want to call it these days, I don't really have qualms with the term anti-aging. Not that we're trying to not age, it's just, well aging. It's just aging more gracefully. I mean, everybody ages. It's just keeping your skin as healthy as it can be. That's important for me. And if somebody wants to call something anti-aging, I don't really have a problem with it. I know some people do. But they focus more on the anti-aging, the antioxidant boosting, and like fine lines and things like that. So they are very different from Iuna. And if you're more focusing on anti-aging and antioxidants, I definitely would look into Bella Aura, so we'll get into that. They're made for all skin types, especially for daily life stressors. If you live in the city, there's pollution, regular life stressors like kids or work or school or whatever stresses you out. Grief, lack of rest. Lack of rest is definitely my area. I'm getting less than like 5 hours of sleep a night these days. And then all of the ingredients that are in all of the products have been chosen specifically because they either are high in antioxidants, they have high moisture content, or they help replenish the moisture in your skin. Specifically, they help protect the natural moisture barrier of your skin. And then you'll notice that there is no toner in the line, because the cleanser, this is sort of like Iuna as well. So the cleanser does not have a high alkaline level that traditional soaps do, and the pH of your skin isn't negatively affected. And then the botanical oils in the cleanser moisturizes, refreshes, and protects the skin as it cleanses and removes impurities without stripping away the skin's natural moisture barrier. And I'll talk about that when I get into the cleanser, which I'm talking about first. But I do think that for some skin types that might not be entirely accurate, just because of even the experience that I've had with it. And I'll get into specific key ingredients when I talk about each product, but a lot of the ingredients you'll find across most of them. But just a highlight of the ingredients that are used in all of the products, not in every single one, but across the range. There's argan and black oats and lecithin, cistus, lemon balm, leaven, jujube, olive leaf, rutin, barley extract, barberry fig oil, which is prickly pear, neroli, and then black cumin seed. So lots of great ingredients that I already use in a lot of skincare that works well for me. So I'm excited to see a lot of these specific ingredients in them, just because I know that they work so wonderfully well, especially on acne and like redness and things like that. Which on top of like fine lines and antioxidants is a big sticking point of this line too, is acne and repair and redness reducing. So let's get into, I'm already 10 minutes in, or 12 minutes in. This is going to be a long one. I didn't want it to be what it is. So let's get into the cleanser first. So the cleanser is a 3-in-1 cleanser. It's their gentle purifying cleanser. It energizes, purifies, and replenishes. It's meant to detox from environmental stressors, cleanse the skin without stripping it, and then replenish It replenishes the skin with organic botanicals, keeps skin soft and smooth. So a few of the ingredient spotlights are argan, which is high in vitamin E and protect the skin's moisture barrier. There's prickly pear, which you guys know I talk about all the time. It's like my favorite skincare ingredient because it brightens, and it's just an amazing ingredient. I'm really excited that it's in here. There's neroli, which is high in vitamin C, and it also purifies and detoxes the skin. You'll see neroli in a lot of acne lines, acne skincare, because neroli is great for that kind of skin. It also boosts radiance and delivers antioxidants. And then there's nigella, which promotes cellular health. So I'm actually almost out of this bottle. I don't know how much I have left, but I know it's not much. This has become pretty much like my top favorite cleanser since I started using it. Originally I was trying to use it 2 times a day. I never used it to remove makeup. I would remove my makeup beforehand, but I would go in with this as sort of like a second cleanse at night. And then in the morning I would use this on its own or mix with something else that I think sort of like boosts it a little bit more. I'll tell you that after I've talked about the cleanser. They say that everything is for all skin types, and I think the only I do think the only product that this might not work for all skin types and twice a day is the cleanser. I found that when I was using this twice a day, I was experiencing a little bit of like tightness in my skin. Like it was not so much stripped, but it was just, maybe stripped is the right word. I don't know. I would notice like a tightness across my forehead. It's like the moisture in my forehead wasn't, it wasn't there anymore. So I did cut back to once a day in the mornings only, and my skin much prefers that. So I'll use something like an oil cleanser at night only, and then sort of maybe like a gentle milky cleanser. I do think this is too harsh to use twice a day. And if you've got severely dry skin or like really sensitive skin, even that might be too much. I don't really know. I don't think I've come across anybody with those types of skin types who have said anything about it like that. But for me, I've got oily, acne-prone skin, and 2 times a day was too much. So after playing around with it for 2 weeks, using it morning and night, I did bump it down to just the mornings, and that works so much better for my skin. It does purify, it does deeply clean the skin. I really love the effect it has on my skin. When I stop using this, or when I like go to a different cleanser for like 1 day, my skin almost like rebels, and it's like, no, I really, really like that other cleanser, please bring it back. So, which is why, I mean, it's been a long time since I've used up an entire cleanser, especially that fast, but I really, really like this cleanser. It's amazing at what it's supposed to do and what it does for the skin. So the product that I like to mix it with, I'm actually kind of sad about because it's no longer in existence, and this is like the last bottle of it. That's probably around. I'm sure the others have all gone, but it's the Granola Goat Refresh Cleansing Powder, which is a physical exfoliant. It's a dry powder exfoliant. It's got rice powder, oat powder, yarrow, quinoa, white clay, lemon, and peppermint, and it just makes a really great pair. It's really like janky because it's been in my shower. It makes a really great pair with this. So I will take roughly 8 to 10 pumps of this. It does lightly lather. It doesn't foam, but it will lightly lather. So I like to take 8 to 10 pumps of this, mix in a big scoopful of this, mix them together, put it on my skin, and then I sort of leave it on as like a mask. I really like doing that with this cleanser. And I will do that on its own when I just use the cleanser and not with the powder. But I honestly, most of the time, use these two together because I think that I need a lot of exfoliation in my skin. I did try the line on its own without any other products for the first 2 weeks just to see how well it did, just to see how well it did, and if I felt like it needed anything else or not. They say that you don't, but I think for some skin types there are other products that you can add in that are beneficial. And to help support the line as well, and this is one of them for me. I do need like massive exfoliation a couple of times a week, and I do exfoliate even gently, which this is a gentle exfoliation every morning, and then sometimes at night I'll do like a more harsh exfoliation. My skin just needs it. It looks better. I mean, your exfoliation needs are dependent on your skin and you. I need it a lot. So I love mixing this with this cleanser, and I'm gonna have to figure out something else that's comparable to this once it's out, which is gonna be soon. It's like right here, I think. I've got like maybe a quarter of the bottle left, but I do think that this is supported a lot more by a physical exfoliant if you need a lot more, if you are someone like me who needs exfoliation. If you don't, the cleanser is probably going to be enough, but I need it. And I like to use it as a mask. They don't have a mask again, so they don't have a toner and a mask in the line. They say that you can mix a lot of the products together to form a mask. I haven't tried that yet, but I like mixing this with the powder and then leaving that on as a mask. So like I said, this is one of my favorite cleansers. This is like the most favorite cleanser that I've got at the moment, and I need another bottle of that already because I am nearly out and my skin will be missing it in no time. So the next product we've got is the Instant Lifting Eye Contour, which is their eye cream or emulsion, their eye emulsion. So this is age defying, it fills in lines, lifts, firms, replenishes, and revives. That's what they claim it does. And then it improves skin hydration and cell renewal, reduces puffiness, dark circles, and fine lines. And then a couple of the key ingredients that support the formula are olive leaf, which improves natural reprocessing procedure to help reduce the number of damaged proteins in the skin. There's jujube, which strengthens skin antioxidant defense system and protects against cellular protein decline. It's also rich in vitamin A, B2, and C, plus iron, manganese, potassium, phosphorus, zinc, and copper. Then there's also leaven, which is a restorative agent and moisturizer. So I have tried a lot of eye serums, a lot of eye oils, a lot of eye creams, and I've only really tried a couple that have actually made a noticeable difference to like this, you know, the smile lines area around the face, and this is one of them. So I didn't notice any like magical miracle action, like my eyes didn't rejuvenate 10 years or whatever, and I'd still have dark circles because I don't sleep enough. If I slept more than 5 hours a night, that might not be a problem, and it might better support reducing dark circles, but I'll never know because I don't know when I'm going to get more than 5 hours of sleep a night. But it definitely has helped in terms of the moisture, the moisturization around my eye. My eye feels really nourished and it feels really smooth, and definitely this wrinkle area is softened. There's only been a couple other products that I've used that I've noticed a softening of these lines, and that's the Kahina Eye Serum, and then that's the Ayuna Cream 2, which I used as an eye cream. And I do think that it works really, really well at reducing fine lines and moisturizing the area and keeping the area, like, I would say youthful. It is a really good eye serum. So I hope it didn't come off that I'm saying it's not. It is a very expensive eye serum. I think this is actually the most expensive product that they have. It's 125 Canadian, which I forgot the conversion of. I did a lot of converting this morning, so I could tell you the price of everything together, but I didn't write down the individual prices, which was my bad. But so it's 125 Canadian, which I think is around 100, maybe 105 US. I forget what the actual conversion is right at this moment. So it is it's like one of the more expensive eye serums I think on the market. But I do really think that this is an effective eye serum. I mean, I'm not super old. I'm not like, I'll be 32 the day after I post this video. So I don't have a ton of fine lines and wrinkles. I was noticing some like last year, but there were some things that I did that sort of like took care of that, and my skin definitely is in much better condition than it was when I started my channel. If you like go back and watch some of my earlier videos, my skin was like in terrible condition. It's in much better condition now. So what I might actually do is try it out on my mom, because she's older, obviously she's in her 60s. And I want to see what she thinks and get sort of like an outside opinion and perspective. Someone who's got more fine lines and wrinkles, and see if she notices a difference. I did notice a difference. It definitely has softened my lines. It's filled them in. But in terms of how effective it was, or how life-changing it can be, I think I'm probably the wrong person to tell you that, just because I didn't have a ton to begin with. But I did notice a softening. I did notice a filling. I have noticed like a high moisturization content around this area. Not that it was super dry to begin with, but it just feels healthier and in much better shape. So it is a very effective, a very good eye serum if you're looking for one that focuses on anti-aging. So like I said, I think I might let my mom try that for a while and see how she does with it, and then I can update you guys. I can try to do like a before and after picture, because she would be a better person to do that experiment with. So the next product is the Antioxidant Booster, which is meant to be mixed in with each of the day and night emulsions, moisturizers. So the Antioxidant Booster is meant to reduce signs of aging, protect and repair, replenishes, rebuilds, and restores. It contains lemon balm, which offers stronger antioxidant activity than vitamin C and E. It helps cells grow, repair, and restore themselves. It fights free radical damage. It reduces the look of dark spots, discoloration, blotchiness, acne scars, redness, and rosacea. It also increases collagen production for reducing wrinkles. And then it acts as a protectant from oxidative damage caused by sun exposure. So a couple of the ingredients that are the focus point of this are rutin, which has a high antioxidant capacity and helps plump the skin. And then there's barley, which is rich in zinc, selenium, and manganese to preserve skin elasticity and protect against free radical damage. So one of my main concerns after coming off of the Osea line that I did a review for last month, that line, I do love that line, but I do have an issue sometimes where there are certain lines where I can't use them as a whole. They're better for me in individuals, like as individual products that I support with other brands and skincare. My skin was a little bit angry at me at the end of that month because I don't feel like my skin was totally supported by the Osea products. And like I said, I do really like that line, and I stand by my review. But my skin was sort of rebelling. It might also have had to do with like diet and stress and things. My hormones are like out of whack all the time. I do have PCOS, so sometimes my skin, at least, well, the last I know I had PCOS. I don't know if I still do after I've been pregnant, because I know some people that like reverses when you get pregnant, but that's beside the point. So one of the main concerns that I was having when I was starting my review for this line was dark spots. Acne was a big one at the time, and redness was also a major concern. And I definitely feel that this line supports all of those things. When I'm consistent with the line and I use them morning and night, I use them consistently, I don't forget, because that's my problem a lot of the times is in the mornings I'm good about my skincare, but at night it can sometimes all go to hell because I just get tired and I'm just like, take out my contacts, go to bed, don't care. So sometimes at night I will skip, and I've noticed that when I am consistent and I do it consistently and I don't forget and I don't slack, my skin looks better than it does when I do slack. So if I miss a day or I like skimp on the steps, my skin definitely doesn't look as good as it does when I use them all together. And I use them consistently. But I definitely have noticed, especially a reduction in redness. My skin is a lot less red using this line. It also did reduce acne. I had a lot, one of the things I had at the end of last month was a lot of neck acne, which is more of like a hormone thing. And I was struggling with that for a few weeks. My neck was just like out of control. So when I started the line, I was skeptical of whether or not it was even going to make a difference to my neck. So I've been making sure to bring all of the skincare down my neck, which I don't always do, which is a habit I need to get out of, because I need, your neck is part of your skin and part of your body, and it ages just as fast as the rest of your face. So your neck skin needs to be taken care of as well as your face skin. Your face. But yes, I did notice a huge difference in acne reduction. I didn't get any cystic acne when I was using this line, and when I'm consistent with it. I have in the months previous been dealing with a little bit of cystic acne, and I did have some like cystic spots on my neck when I started. So they were slow to heal, and I did end up getting a couple of like bigger spots over here the last day or two. Who knows what that's from, but it definitely has helped reduce scarring. It's helped reduce the spots. The acne is gone on my neck, at least on this side. This side it did pop up again, but I also neglected my nighttime skincare routine for a couple of nights. Just got tired, and that's totally my fault. But when I'm consistent, my skin definitely looks better and it feels better, and the redness is reduced. I do credit a lot of my redness reducing just to the cleanser alone, because I was using just the cleanser and the eye serum for a long time without using any of the other products. It was before I had started testing the whole line. I was just testing a couple of the products. I definitely contribute a lot of redness reducing and acne reducing just to the cleanser alone. And that's definitely one that will stay in my routine no matter what line I'm trying from here on out, because the cleanser it works so well for my skin, and it definitely supports acne fighting and redness reducing and spot lightening. I definitely think the antioxidant booster is a big part of that as well, mixed with either the day moisturizer or the night moisturizer. So what I'll do is I'll take 3 pumps of either one, mix in 2 to 3 pumps of the antioxidant booster, and then rub them on at the same time. So this is also a very quick, it's also a very quick routine. You cleanse, you put the eye serum, and then you put your, at least I do it in that order. I always put my eye serum on first, and I figured what I usually do with eye serums is it depends on the consistency of the eye serum and where I layer it in my skincare. Since all of the creams are the same, or all of the emulsions are the same sort of consistency, the eye serum I do actually find to be a little bit thinner than the antioxidant booster especially, but I'm trying to remember now exactly what the consistency of these was. I just used them today, but. So I do use the eye serum first, and then I will use either the day or night moisturizer mixed in with the antioxidant booster. Okay, so then let's talk about the two moisturizers, because they are different from each other. Sometimes when you get like day or night creams, you don't know how big the differences are between the two. Like, what is in the day cream that's so much different than the night cream? Do you really need both? Could you use one morning and night instead of, you know, getting a different one for morning and night? But these two are actually very different from each other, and I definitely see the differences in both when I use them. So let's start with the day cream. So the differences in the day cream to the night cream is the day cream has daisy flower extract, which is used to reduce the appearance of dark spots and brightens the complexion. I've used a couple of other products that have daisy flower in it, and it works really well, especially at brightening and reducing dark spots. It also has olive leaf extract, which tames redness, prevents dehydration, and protects from sun damage. And then it has Avena strigosa seed extract, which contains water-retaining substances such as polysaccharides and amino acids to support the skin's own natural moisturizing factor. And it is a very, very effective moisturizer. I will put it on at the beginning of the day with the antioxidant booster mixed in, and I don't have any issues with my skin feeling dry, my skin feeling tight, my skin not feeling moisturized all through the day. It does really retain a lot of moisture. One thing I actually forgot to mention in the beginning is that none of the products contain glycerin or hyaluronic acid, which you guys know I love hyaluronic acid. So I was really surprised to learn that it's not in any of these products, and I don't have any issues with hydration, retention, or moisturization. My skin feels really good. It feels really moisturized. It never feels dry. There's no dry spots or flakiness or tightness or anything like that, at least for my skin type. Of course, everyone's experience is going to be different. So like I said, I really do like the day moisturizer. I think it's very, very effective. It's really, really a nice one. So then the night cream has glutamine, which is an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory that assists in wound healing, which is why it's in the night cream, because your skin repairs itself better at night when you're sleeping. Granted that you sleep enough, 5 hours probably is not enough. It also has decylglucoside, which helps skin feel smooth and soft. It has cistus extract, which tones and tightens the skin. And then it has gynostemma pentaphyllum, which slows aging and reduces the effects of oxidative stress and prolongs cell life. And so like the daytime one was really well designed for daytime for brightening and reducing spot discoloration and things like that. The night one is more of like a reparative, moisturizer, and it's really great at that as well. I neglect my nighttime skincare the most, which you really shouldn't. Your skincare at night should be the one you try not to neglect, especially because your skin repairs itself more at night. And when it's supported by when it's supported by skin repairing ingredients and skincare, you know, your skin has a better time repairing itself. So I do notice on the nights that I use this, the nights that I'm consistent, my skin, it does look a lot better and it feels a lot better in the mornings than on the days that I don't, I skip it or I miss it. So it really is great for repairing and healing and moisturizing, and again, like across the board, everything is very high in antioxidants. That's a very big push for the line, is the antioxidants, which helps with free radical damage. It helps with pollution and stress and, you know, life stressors and environmental stressors and things like that. So it does do a very good job of purifying and clearing the skin. if you look back at my videos from like the last month, my skin looks really, really good. It feels really good. I don't actually have any active breakouts at the moment except for these ones on my neck here. I am like working to clear up some dark spots and acne scars and things like that from breakouts I've had during the month. But this line does a great job at reducing redness, at reducing dark spots, at hydrating the skin, and moisturizing the skin. And like I was saying, they don't have any glycerin or hyaluronic acid in them. They do use a couple of specific ingredients to sort of replace those because they feel that the hyaluronic acid doesn't really support the skin in the way that we probably think that it does, since it draws moisture to the skin. But they use black oats for its water retaining capabilities, and it supports the skin's own ability to retain moisture. It also uses lecithin as a restorative agent and moisturizer to penetrate deeply into the epidermis and nourishes the skin at the targeted cell level. And then vitamin E, which is an antioxidant used to protect collagen producing cells, plus preventing UV and pollution damage to the skin. So those are the ingredients they sort of focus on instead of like glycerin or even aloe. I don't think there's actually aloe in any of the ingredients, and hyaluronic acid. So I did want to tell you, I'm running a little bit out of time. My battery's dying. I did order a replacement battery, so this is going to become less of a problem soon. But the entire line costs $4.99 Canadian. So if you buy all 5 products, which is actually, at least today, it's $3.84 USD, which I mean, it seems expensive depending on what your, I don't know, budget is for skincare, I guess. But if you're looking for anti-aging, you're looking for a really quick routine that doesn't take a lot of work, but it works really effectively, I actually think that's kind of like a steal. Like the Iuna line in comparison, I think it's over $600 for the entire line, USD. So I think for 5 products at $3.84, and I'm pretty sure I will have a coupon for you guys. I will leave it down below if I do, which would bring it down even further. So and you of course don't have to buy the whole line. I definitely would try at least the Antioxidant Booster. I think is a really great to add to any moisturizer. That would be a really great booster product for anything. And then the cleanser, which is my other favorite product from the line. It's my #1 favorite product from the line. It just has totally changed my skin. I totally love that. So that and the Antioxidant Booster I do think are the 2 best products and will support any other skincare line if you add those 2 in. But of course the whole line, I do think I want to give my mom anyway and just let her try it and see, because she was asking me about anti-aging stuff because she's using some not so natural stuff, and she's interested in, you know, wrinkles and firming and things like that. So I do think I want to give it to her to try and see how she does with it. And if you've ever seen the owner Yasmin's skin, it's like glass. It's like so smooth and like perfect. And I mean, I think that sort of speaks for itself too, is like the owner's skin looks really, really amazing all the time. So again, I really like the line, and I will leave a lot of information down below. I will link to the website and I'll link to the ingredients page that she has. So definitely check it out if you've been interested. Had you heard about this line before? Is it something that's been on your radar? But yeah, if you're one of those people who's looking for like a minimal skincare routine that focuses on anti-aging and hydration and moisturization and antioxidants, this is a line that you're going to want to look into because it supports all of those things, especially anti-aging and antioxidants. So I hope that this was helpful. I know I'm sort of cutting it a little bit shorter than I wanted to, but I hope that it was helpful. And if you have any questions or anything, let me know and I will try to answer them as best I can. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.